Brexit Britain has been sent a warning after a former aide of Jean-Claude Juncker was given the role of dealing with the UK, with Boris Johnson warned he will not take criticism lying down. Jean-Claude Juncker was European Commission President from 2014 until 2019 and was central to the Brexit negotiations between the European Union and UK following the historic referendum nearly 5 years ago. The leading Eurocrat often sparked outrage in the UK with his repeated outbursts over Brexit and criticism of UK during the negotiating process. But now Richard Shostak has been appointed to head up a new EU unit to partly replace Michel Barnier's disbanded Brexit task force and oversee the challenging task of shaping the EU's often turbulent relationship with Brexit Britain. The 42-year-old is a Londoner born to Polish parents who met in the UK after fleeing Warsaw's communist regime and, when part of Mr. Juncker's cabinet in which he was heavily involved in Brexit negotiations, gained a reputation for being firm yet personable. Those who have worked with Mr. Shostak have said he is cool under pressure but also unafraid to flex his muscles when the pressure is ramped up. An ally within the European Commission told Politico, Shostak will do a fantastic job. He has had jobs of great responsibility at the Commission. He is very kind, serious and diplomatic. He can be tough, but always with a big smile. When the UK voted to leave the EU during the referendum of 2016, Mr. Shostak was charged with monitoring the day-to-day work of Barnier's Brexit task force on behalf of Brexit hardliner Martin Selmayr, who was Mr. Juncker's chief of staff at the time. But during the early months of Brexit negotiations between the UK and EU, some officials were reportedly keeping a close eye on Mr. Shostak's close links to Mr. Selmayr, worried he shared his boss' apparent hatred towards Britain's decision to leave the bloc. Charles Grant, director at the Centre for European Reform think tank, told Politico, the British thought that during the Brexit negotiations he sometimes took quite a hard line. Nobody accused him of being too soft on the British. London and Brussels remain at loggerheads over the implementation of the Northern Ireland Protocol, with the latest row coming over how to check goods entering the country from Britain without impacting on trade or undercutting the EU's single market. The tensions have ramped up dramatically after the European Commission threatened to take legal action against the UK over its decision to unilaterally postpone the introduction of border checks on goods in Northern Ireland, a move that has triggered fury from Downing Street. Mr. Grant has warned, if David Frost or one of his deputies gives him a hard time, Richard will not take it lying down.